Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 375. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to kick off talking about Lord of the Rings by talking about the Witch-King of Angmar. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Oh, we're back. What is going down?
Oh, a whole bunch is going down. We're recording on a new day, in a new time, with some new cards. Ryan's very excited. I am moderately amused. Before we get to why any of that is the case, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, their source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so, and they've got all of their pre-order stuff for Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth listed. They've got booster boxes, sealed product, commander decks, and singles listed now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so it's all up, and best part.
I was going to say, I might have to go down there and use new promo code CCO Summer to pre-order some of the singles that I want.
That's the best part.
There's 11 of them.
Whoa, you want 11 cards?
There's 11 cards.
I want to play in every single one of my decks at least one card from Lord of the Rings.
Like a map, basic land?
No, but discounting the basic lands, because that would be too easy.
Okay.
That would be too easy. And the best part about that
is it the One Ring? You're just going to put the One Ring in every deck?
I'm just going to put one of One Ring.
Not the one
No,
of one
not
ring.
the one. You know what I mean. The one of the One Ring.
Yeah.
Maybe. I might build a new deck with that card.
Because that card's like pretty good.
That card's pretty good.
And it goes in every deck ever, kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Best part. Whatever I end up doing.
Uh-huh.
Buying, whether it be modifying pre-cons, getting sealed product, getting singles, I use new code. You mentioned it, CCO Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Get a discount on stuff that me, and you will buy anyways. You might as well pay less money.
Agreed. Man, it's kind of weird. We're on the different sides of the fence, because usually I'm the one that's pre-ordering all the stuff, and I'm getting ready, and blah. And this time, I'm just going to let Ryan do it, and then I'll open some other people's boxes.
Yes.
And
you have a box lined up too, hey, for the Brando's box opening?
I do.
A collecty?
Yeah, a collecty boosty box. One of the locals bought one so I could open it for him, so we'll see how badly that goes for him. It's going to be great. Again, if
you only need a couple foil extended art rares or mythics to pay for your box.
It's today.
The day
after the boxes are open, that will change.
Yeah, the day after the one of One Ring is opened.
Yeah, well, that'll affect the price of boxes, not the price of singles.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to talk about some of that stuff, price point, and kind of our review over the next couple weeks once we know more of what's in the set. Right now, the set's a little over half previewed, right?
Yes.
You've seen by this time, if you watch everything that Commander Cookout puts out in order the day that it comes out, you've seen our preview cards, which are fantastic.
Oh, yeah, they are pretty good, yeah.
Yep,
and very tailored to us, kind of. Well, one of them is.
One of them, the worst one is.
Yeah, hey, it's not
if we're talking about it like they haven't seen it because we haven't done the show where we preview it yet.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, man. Welcome back to our weird timelines.
Yes, we are traveling through time again.
But this time in a different way.
Yes, we're going backwards this time.
We go backwards all the time, don't we?
Nuh-uh, we always go forwards.
We go forwards and talk about it like it hasn't happened.
No, we go forward and talk about it like it has happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, some things that have happened, because I want to get to the deck. We're doing our first Lord of the Rings Deckteck. First real Lord of the Rings Deckteck.
Yes.
I want to get to some of the podcasting business.
Okay.
We talked about Fusion.
Okay.
They're going to be at CommandFest Edmonton.
Yes, they are. You know who else is going to be at CommandFest Edmonton?
You.
You personally listening or watching this on YouTube, which you should be, are going to be there. And I'm just telling you that. So if you're not aware, you should prepare for that.
Yep. We have got a special code for people that want to go to CommandFest Edmonton. You use CCO when you buy your CommandFest package. Mm-hmm. You're going to get a discount off of your package. You're going to get a free gift from your boys Ryan and Brando.
Physically from us.
And to get that free gift physically from my hand or Brando's hand into yours, you're going to have to come to the content creator booth at CommandFest Edmonton.
Yes.
When you're there, you can do multiple things, and I'm going to list them. These are some of the good things that you can do there.
Okay.
You can jam games with me or Brando.
Yeah.
And or other members of CCO Nation. There will be several. They'll be wearing CCO shirts.
Uh-huh.
That includes a Plane Chase Extravaganza, because we're going to have all of them, including the new ones and some custom ones. Or if you want, like the new ones, just like the new, not like the new ones that Aaron's got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the new ones.
I understand. Okay.
If you want your own CCO shirt, the
Yes.
summer line will be there with the new summer line t-shirts. They're all getting made over this week and next.
Mhm.
Or just a regular CCO shirt if you want to be just as cool as me every week when I wear one. You can get all those there, including new stickers, tokens, the old stickers, all the good stuff. It's going to be there.
Yes.
The next thing you can do at the content creator booth is I kind of got voluntold that I'm doing this, but they have these quest cards, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember those from last time.
And they're redoing them, so they're like easier or funner in that they're more intuitive as to how to win.
Yes.
And you only have to do 3 of the 4 things now to win. They're making it easy, hey.
Yeah.
They're making it easy for your boys to give out prizes.
Yeah. And typically, I believe last time the prize was a free event thing.
Yeah,
Which
like-
essentially boils down to a pack of cards
Yeah.
or a prize tick amount.
Yeah, like
so you
20,
get something.
25 prize ticks is the same equivalent as like an event voucher, so it's
Yeah.
like $5.
Yeah.
And people can win those. I was doing them for people daily, but I don't think I'm supposed to tell people that. And of course, we'll be giving out all the promos for the CommandFest. When people sit down for games, you get a new promo per game, and we're giving all those out. I'm going to have fat stacks, and we'll be handing them out to all the CCO people to then distribute to people they play games with.
I too will have fat stacks.
Oh yes, fat.
And then usually
stacks.
at the end of the event, the fat stack that I have left makes its way into the Uncle Brando's too much stuff cupboard.
Yep.
And then they just sit there.
Well, no, they go to the local game store. We continue to give them out
Yeah,
over time. The density of how many get given out per day just goes down.
Yeah, the one time I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna bring promos to everybody, and the Aaron from the game store guy was like, what the hell these guys bringing in goddamn promos, and then
No.
foil Path of Ancestries, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's
we could do
all
that
great.
for another 3 months.
Oh, well, this time it's going to be. It's going to be. Arcane Signet is what it was supposed to be, but now I think it's going to be like Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Maybe it's both.
That's lame.
No, it's good.
No, it's not.
Put
good.
your Thanos glove on your Gandalf,
But you don't have a Thanos glove.
and he can die fighting side by side Optimus Prime.
Guess so.
Yeah, just wait until He-Man shows up.
Ooh.
No, He-Man's Mattel, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, now they won't be doing He-Man. I guess. They're
Wait
not
until the
gonna give one.
Monopoly guy shows up. That's Hasbro. Wait until they start playing Sorry.
Like the sorry tokens. Man, that would be pretty funny. The green one, like that's the card. The red one, they all do the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh
yeah,
man,
that's fantastic.
Whenever you roll a dice, move this X spaces. If it's moved X spaces this game, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
If you jump this card over another card, it's got to go back to the top of your library.
Oh man.
Thus introducing dexterity cards, thus unbanning Chaos Orb.
Yes.
Man, I want to play that card so bad.
I don't, because then I have to get one.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't wanna-
Can you imagine if it got unbanned what the price would do?
Boy, it would,
Oh. It would go up lots.
you think it's too many dollars now?
It's
Way too many
yeah.
dollars. So Ryan, we're 9 minutes into the show.
Yep.
We're 9 minutes into the show. 9 is an important number for the deck. Let's talk about a magic thing before we get back to some business. Because this is exciting. Because back when we were talking about Lord of the Rings and things we wanted to see in the set.
Yeah, we totally called this.
We called this where, hey, we're going to have the Nazgul, the ring wraiths, and we should be able to have 9 of them in our decks. And not only did they give us that, they also gave us 9 unique arts for them.
That is cool.
And while they're not all awesome,
They all are awesome.
they're fine. And
Yeah.
they're great, and I'm very excited to have that happen. And now I have to find a deck that I can make 9 cuts so that I can put them in.
So we're doing the Witch-King of Angmar today. This is one of, if not the first lists we've received for Lord of the Rings Tales from Middle-earth. I want to do a little bit of magic talk to satiate the people that are here and being like, whoa, what is this? Oh, it's like 13 minutes. They haven't talked about magic. So we're going to talk about some magic, and then we got a couple more minutes of podcast business. So
Okay.
give this Witchy-Kingy Angmar guy a read.
Witch-King of Angmar.
Yes.
There we go. Is a 5/3 Wraith Noble for black 3 with flying, even though in the ring art his flying beast is dead.
That's okay.
But that's whatever.
It's just sleeping in that art. Pretend.
Sure. There's like blood on it, like it's obviously dead.
Because he was eating stuff. he was eating other things.
Whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, each opponent sacrifices a creature that dealt combat damage to you this turn. The ring tempts you.
Okay, so if I attack you with like 3 guys,
Yep.
they all die.
No. Just one.
Oh, one of them that did damage you dies.
Mm-hmm.
So if I attack you with 3 guys, I gotta pick one, and he frickin's gotta beat it.
It's worded the way that it's worded, I believe, for two-headed giant. Because there's technically 2 players attacking us, me, them, and so each of them would have to sacrifice a creature.
Okay.
That's why it's worded the way that it is.
Okay. Well, plus, if every time I hit you, all my guys die, that would make for a pretty miserable slog.
Well, there's 2 cards that do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to have one in your command zone.
Oh, that'd be good.
Ooh,
That'd be real good.
yeah. Anyways, continue.
There's more. It also has discard a card, regenerate.
Yes, gains indestructible and tap him specifically is how they word regenerate now, but we can call it regenerate, right?
I think so. I hope so. I think most people know how that works. Actually, no, they don't, and that's why. And that's why it is.
Yes.
Indestructible and tap it. So
that's actually better than regenerate, because if I go to kill your guy and you make him indestructible and tap him, and then I go to kill him again, well, newsflash, he's still indestructible.
Yeah.
Whereas if you regenerated him proper, the second time I go to kill him, he would actually die.
Yeah, he would die
unless you
again.
regenerate him again.
Yeah.
So this is a good card, I think. 5 power, flyer for 5 that dissuades your opponents from attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
And
does ring shit.
And protects himself. Oh, and the ring tempts you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to name him as my ring bearer.
Sure.
So do we need to read the ring tempts you just real quick here?
Oh, I hope not.
I'm going to read it. Oh, man. I didn't want to.
No.
But,
man, I am not looking forward to playing with that mechanic. It is so complicated, and there's so many steps, and there's so many things to remember, and like it jumps around on your creatures and stuff. It's neat.
Yeah.
But there's so much to keep in your brain.
You can harness it, right? Like if the ring tempts you on a bunch of different cards, you can choose new ring bearers that become legendary, which fine, whatever, but like they can't be blocked if they're small, right? And then they draw a card, discard a card, and then if they hit you or your opponent, it also deals an additional 3 damage.
Yes.
Right? So there's a whole bunch of different stuff that like you charge your ring up almost.
Yeah.
Right? You charge your ring up by doing ring tempts you stuff. I'm not going to look it up. Joe will have it on the screen maybe if he can find it on Scribe.
Yeah, if he can figure out how to put it on there. But there's a whole bunch. There's a whole it's a mechanic that leads into a mechanic that is it's crazy, but it's also fine. It's going to be good. Once we learn it and actually play with it, I think it'll be less intimidating than it is now.
And I talked about it on Commander ad Populum at length, but like from a perspective as to why it makes sense that it does what it does. But I think we should get into it because everybody's like, oh, it doesn't have a downside. I think we should address and talk about what it does when we talk about the set a little bit.
Yes.
And it's fine that it doesn't have a downside because you know what? When you want the ring in the story, it doesn't tell you what the downside is going to be. It just tells you you're going to be the best at everything. It doesn't tell you you're going to turn into Gollum. It just tells you you're going to be the best.
And Gollum is not the best, hey?
No, but you don't think you're going to turn into him.
That's true.
You just think that you're going to be like the king of your frickin' country or get rich or be the best army leader.
How many? I guess there was only one Gollum, hey?
Yeah.
Because like the ring was gone and then Gollum found it and then it was gone until Bilbo found it. And then Bilbo kind of was doing some Gollum stuff.
Yeah, he kind of got Gollum-y for a while.
Or whatever. I remember they did all vampire stuff.
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me in the movie theater. Anyway.
Yes, anyways, we have other podcast business before we get to our Deckteck, and we talk about the Witch-King of Angmar.
Yeah, and unbeknownst to anybody except Editor Joe, and now everybody that I'm going to say it, we had a recording kind of flub, so we're doing this for the second time.
Woo!
But now we get to come up with a nickname for new patron supporter.
Ooh.
DB.
Like D-E-E? B-E-E?
Nope.
Or D?
D? And then B.
It's like, what does it stand for?
Don't know.
Daryl Brickman.
Dirty Booby. If you watched the pre-show, you'll know.
Ah, yes, because we talked about birds on the pre-show.
We did. Boobies, tits, Cox.
Yeah.
Is there any other dirty animal names?
Bird names? Oh, probably.
Bird names or animal names in general, I guess.
Sapsuckers.
Let us know.
That's a bird.
Peckers.
Yeah, there we go.
There's one woodpecker. Oh, man. Birds are dirty.
We have a red-headed woodpecker that lives in the park by my house.
Oh, yeah.
And I see him flying around doing the headbutt thing sometimes. I think they're super funny.
Yeah,
Like what an adaptation to live in nature, hey?
What a time to be alive, hey?
So I can fly and I can breathe underwater and
they can frickin'
not be cold. I can smash my head into wooden stuff and wrap my tongue around my brain so I don't get a concussion.
Oh, man. And birds just sit up in trees tweeting and twirting and whatever. And people are like, oh, listen to the birds. It's so nice. But really, those are mating calls. It's like, come sit on my face.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're just saying dirty stuff.
Yeah. And it still sounds pretty. Even knowing that, I still like waking up and hearing it.
I love when I wake up to my wife's mating call.
Ryan, take out the garbage!
It's garbage day. I'm like, oh, that's so hot.
Garbage day. Some people are going to know that reference I just made.
Yes,
You didn't, but somebody else out
Is that
there.
a euphemism?
No, it's a movie reference.
Oh, I don't want to know if it's one of your movies.
Oh, it is. Oh,
But
it is.
Mr. DB
Yes.
in the Discord got finger blasted. That's one of the benefits is getting your nickname, getting in the Discord, getting your decks looked at like today's deck.
Mhm.
And I think DB's going to Edmonton.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Or went to Toronto last week. I don't remember. There was two or three people that were excited for Edmonton and or went to Toronto.
Well, I assume since everybody's going to Edmonton, he'll also be there.
Could be.
But maybe he also went to Toronto. They're very close. They're very close together, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you can just make both.
In the universe, relatively speaking, they're close in proximity.
Yeah, like if you were leaving Earth to go to a different planet, you would be much closer to just go from Toronto to Edmonton.
Yeah, CommandFest Mars.
Toronto. As of this recording, your boy and mine, Kyle Gellert, AGK, actually good Kyle, 8-0 after day one.
8-0.
Yep.
Hasn't even lost.
Member of the nation, whether he likes it or not.
Oh, well, he does.
He does like it, actually. I think
He
thinks we're cool.
He's actually good at Magic.
Yeah, and he's actually good at Magic. He knows all the stuff. He's a cool guy. So if you see him out there, give him the finger.
Yep.
And,
He's going to be in Edmonton, too.
Yeah, he is. He's
What if he
probably
wins this one and then wins the next one in Edmonton, too? He got 2 invites to Worlds.
That'd be sweet.
I just want him to make the Pro Tour. That's what I want. That's what I want for him to do. I want him to go make the Pro Tour so, like, in Las Vegas, he'll be in Las Vegas, too.
That'd be cool.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, he could stay at our house with us.
Oh!
And then, would we ruin his chances if we kept him out till 5:30 in the morning drinking and eating tacos? Probably not.
He would say yes, but he would also do that.
Yes.
That's why he's a member of the nation.
That's right.
He tells me stories all the time when he goes out and does and thing and then tries to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does.
Sometimes he does win. Sometimes he does not win.
Well,
But
and if you go and you're still like a little bit drunk and or hungover and you still win,
that means
he's actually good.
means you're good.
Yeah. So, hey, big thanks to DB. Big shout out to Kyle. Big shout out to last week's pre-show winner for guessing Tazri. People like that card.
I don't know why.
And they say it's good.
They're-
And we've gotten a couple lists already for it.
Yeah, people in the nation, they think lots of things are good.
So I got to read the name here. I got to read the name because it's like a YouTube handle. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
VG Patman 9728.
That sounds like a real name.
Totally real name.
Sounds like his really real name is probably the real name that he's going to send you at commandercookout@gmail.com.
Yes.
It's going to be that name that he won, address with postal or zip code. That's very important. And he will also say, oh man, I won. This is so sweet.
Yep.
For my prize, I would like A, a lame-ass pack of actual Magic cards. B, a really cool CCO sticker pack.
Yep.
Or 3, and this is my personal favorite, the now becoming very limited and exclusive CCO token pack. You got to get them now because we don't know if we're going to be able to make any more, and we're starting to run out. So
Well,
get
we
'em
will
now.
be able to make them. I just don't know if we're going to make the same ones.
Yeah, see? So
Yeah. Yeah, so VG Patman 9728. YouTube did the thing, hey, where they switched from usernames to handles. It's not like one on Instagram where you like pick your username and it's the same as your handle forever for always.
right?
YouTube like 20 years ago was like pick a username, like
Oh, like XXX6969 Brando 6969XXX.
Oh yeah,
right?
like fish fingers 6969
yeah,
fish fingers. Yeah,
correct.
like that, yeah. And then they were like, but you can. That's Commander Cookout's thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you pick a username, CCO Podcast or CCO Brando or whatever.
Yeah.
You could change what your name is.
Yeah.
They're like 20 years later. They're like, just kidding.
Yeah, lol.
You guys are sick. You guys are sick. Look at all those sick names. Yeah.
Just everyone's like a different version of penis in ass.
6'9".
6'9". Yeah.
I don't even know how that works.
I don't either.
But,
I mean, maybe it.
I don't know. You have to have like woodpecker kind of evolution.
Anyhow, yes.
Let's look at the first two sections of the deck here. The mana rocks because they're quick.
Okay.
And then the card draw because there's only one card really, I think, that we need to talk about.
Okay.
So
well,
give us some ramp here.
Okay, ramp. There's 5 of them. We have a Wayfarer's Bauble, a Sol Ring, a Mind Stone, a Dark Ritual, and an Arcane Signet.
Joe will have those up on the screen, probably over our faces. Shout out to Dark Ritual, hey?
You don't see that very often. To CCO Slam, Sidewalk Slam.
Yeah, number 8. You did Dark Ritual into Hypnotic Spectre,
one
didn't
of
you?
the classic turn 1
Yeah,
open.
that was
so
pretty
good.
good. That was pretty good. That was 8.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Okay.
got to do another one of those.
Yes, we do.
Drink some beer and maybe play some Magic.
Yeah, we us play Magic together. What?
I never heard of her.
Card draw. We have 8 of them. One of them we'll talk about, but the first 7 are Siphon Mind, Stinging Studies, Sign in Blood, Read the Bones, Phyrexian Arena, Morbid Opportunist, Endless Assless, and then the one that we actually would like to take a moment to talk about is Call of the Ring. It's an enchantment for black 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card.
So, whenever we choose somebody as our ring bearer,
That happens whenever the ring tempts you.
unless we have no creatures,
Then what happens?
the ring still tempts you. You just don't pick somebody as your ring bearer because nobody can pick up the ring on your team.
Okay.
So I guess that's an important distinction to make. Is this? I don't think it would trigger. Hey, whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, if you don't have a creature, even if the ring tempts you, you won't draw a card.
That's
So
right.
you need to have a creature in play to do this.
Yes.
But I think it's probably easy to have a creature in play because your commander has indestructible kind of written into him.
Yeah.
So this card kind of acts as Phyrexian Arena 2 if you can get the ring to tempt you each turn.
It's a greed with a hoop.
Oh, I love a good hoop.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did know that, in fact.
So
But that's a cool card,
do
actually.
we want creatures to attack us? So the Witch-King will trigger, making them sacrifice 1, and then we draw a card from Call of the Ring?
I think it kind of depends on how much life gain you have in the deck, because you're paying a lot of life to draw a lot of cards.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
I think it kind of depends on the density of just bombs or how much life you're going to get back.
Yeah, I guess watch out for life gain. That'll be something that we have to watch out for. Or
Yes.
solve for maybe if we think that that's a weakness of the deck is just getting yourself to 5 every game.
They get
Which
the-
I'm okay with.
They get the butt feast of Amalgur or whatever the hell. The
I
flippy-
totally know what card that is.
The enchantment that flips over into a Diamond Valley when you have 5 life.
Oh, yeah.
It draws you cards and is a Diamond
it's
Valley.
greed on one side, then it flips over into a Diamond Valley, so you sacrifice a creature
Gain life equal to its power or
or
whatever.
its toughness or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good include
That'd be
for this
kinda
deck.
neat in
Yeah.
here, especially
and
if
it's
you're paying-
another hoop to jump through.
Yeah, I love hoops. Should we talk about the rest of the deck?
Let's flip over to cards and take a look at the deck.
All right, since we're doing the kind of standard stuff, let's go into some removal.
Sure.
We have a Murderous Rider.
Ooh, this kind of fits. This sounds like he could be a ring wraith.
It's a rider, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's black, so it's Black Rider, yeah.
Yeah. So this got Swift End and an adventure where you go black, 1, destroy target creature, planeswalker, you lose 2 life. Uh-oh, there's another instance of...
We're losing life.
Yeah, and that's a trade-off because that'll go into exile, then we can cast it for black, 1 as a 2/3 life linking
There we
zombie that when Murderous Rider dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library.
Neat.
So we could maybe get it back, and if we got any tutors or whatever, right?
You can play it again.
Yep.
Infernal Grasp.
Infernal Grasp, destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Ooh.
It's a theme here,
That's
man.
an instant. That's a good card, though.
Hero's Downfall.
Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's a good one because he can kill Eowyn.
You can kill anything. Kill whatever you want. Now, Eowyn's already got him because Eowyn comes into play and just kills him.
Hey, in my alternate reality, this gets Eowyn every time.
Well, I mean, you could, but like...
She wanted to die anyways.
Shoulda. Go for the throat.
This kills another non-artifact creature.
Defile.
Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. And that's just black. That's a good one.
That's a good card.
That's a good one. How many swamps we got? 30. And of course, big black mana package with Urborg and
Cabal Coffers.
Path of Ancestry, Cabal Coffers. We're doing all that.
Yes. Curtain Call.
Oh, this has got Undaunted, so it costs 1 less for each opponent you control.
Yes.
So if you got 3 opponents, this 6-drop would actually just cost 3.
Yep.
It's an instant that says destroy 2 target creatures. I play this card.
I like that one.
This card needs a foil. It doesn't have a foil, and it's in Lord of Tressorhorn. I need a foil, Watsy.
Who are you, me?
Commander Masters. Maybe it'll be in there.
Maybe it will
Hey,
be.
that's a good spot for it.
Crippling Fear.
Oh, this is a good flavor card for the Witch King because the Nazgul's primary weapon is fear. Makes you scared.
Man, my primary weapon, if I was a ghost that rode on a giant fell beast, would be my sword.
That's a good weapon too.
Yeah.
But the fear weapon has like an AoE effect.
Oh, yeah.
Area of effect.
I drop grenades off of my little flying guy. That's an area of effect, too.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Grenades are dope.
Okay, Crippling Fear. Black, 2 sorcery. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3. Oh, so much flavor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you just choose Wraith and they don't get scared.
That's right.
Everybody else gets scared.
Wraiths don't feel fear.
That's a good one.
And now we have a new card from the Lord of the Rings set in Bitter Downfall.
Oh, yeah, very sad. This is black 3 instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a creature that was dealt damage this turn. Okay, so maybe the ones that are attacking you.
If you block one,
You block one, but it didn't die. And it's an instant, so you could kill this one and then have the Witch King's ability trigger and get another one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life.
Neat.
So you could get that just for black. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
You notice how Boromir doesn't have long hair in that picture? What a bunch
No,
of crap.
they
Doesn't even look like Sean Bean.
they hair swapped a bunch of characters.
Bunch of crap.
Yeah, I think that's to in effect to modernize them.
Yeah. Modernize them. What the...
Yeah, you got long hair.
Modernize.
You're old.
Modernize. Get out of here with your modernization.
Modernize. Let's go to the Getter Backers category. We got 9 reanimation things.
These are pretty standard, I would say. We have a Tortured Existence, a Phyrexian Reclamation, a Persist, a Palace Siege, an Oversold Cemetery, a Malakir Rebirth,
Which is also a land.
which is also a land on the other side. And then we've got Echoing Return.
Let me read this one because this one is important for we'll
Yes.
see. Return target creature card and all other cards with the same name as that card from your graveyard to your hand. You just choose Nazgul and you get them all back. That's a freaking good card in this deck.
That's a good one. Here we have Command the Dreadhorde.
Oh, choose any number of target creatures and or planeswalker cards in graveyards. Command the Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards, and you get them all.
Yeah, that's a cool card.
Ooh, that's frick, man.
I'm surprised you never see that being played. 'Cause even if you just use it to get a bunch, you could get this guy's Sakura Tribe Elder and this guy's whatever. You know,
you use it right on turn 6 just as a value play. You're not going to hurt yourself that much.
yeah, you pay 5 or 6 life and you get just a bunch of little value dudes that'll ramp you out of the gate. You know what I mean? Like it's
or
it's
maybe
a cool utility
maybe
card.
one big guy. Maybe you like pay 6 and get a 6-drop. Like
Yeah.
I'd maybe pay 6 to get a Tolly back and a couple other small things.
Yeah.
That's probably fine, right?
Yeah. And then the last one is a card that is way more of a beating. I think people are sleeping on this card a little bit in Breach the Multiverse.
Be the M.
BDM.
Okay, this is black 5. I painted this card because I thought it was going to be like a popular EDH card.
And it will be eventually.
Yeah, it looks like
just,
it's going up in price.
It just isn't yet.
So this is black 5 sorcery. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types.
That's good.
Yeah, you're going to get 3 things from it for 7 mana.
And what's really cool about it, I think, is you can ramp, like if you ramp into it really early, like on turn 3 or something.
You're going to get 4 things.
Yeah.
You're going to get 4 things and fill up your graveyard for your echoing return.
Yeah, and since it's filling up the graveyard because it mills the 10, you can play it early on in the game and actually still get some cool stuff.
Yes.
Right? Like that's really neat.
Yes.
I like that.
And with...
And it can get Eldrazi Titans, which is also cool.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Right,
and
good.
with the with the Breach the Multiverse, we have 8 other reanimation effects that we're also fueling, right?
Yes.
And just want to go back to Tortured Existence real quick because it's a little bit flavory Nazgul-y, hey? Because their existence is a stretched and tortured one. The ring drags out their soul over thousands or hundreds and thousands of years.
Yeah.
And they can't die. And
Well,
they're slaves.
They what? They can't what, Ryan? What can't
die.
they do? I beg to differ, sir.
They're slaves, right? And that isn't a very good
that's a-
situation to be in.
That's a shitty place to be.
Nazgul or no.
That's true.
So that's a good one. Where do we want to go next? We've got some flavor includes. We've got
let's do the support cards. These are all pretty these are some
yes.
These are some black staples here. We have a Sangromancer.
This card's good. Why don't more people play this card? 69 cents.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, this is a 4-drop vampire shaman, 3/3 flyer. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain 3 life. Oh, that's where we're gonna get some life gain back.
There we go. Yep.
When our commander makes our opponent sacrifice a guy for attacking us, we're gonna gain some life back.
Yep.
And whenever an opponent discards a card, you gain 3 life. Hey, that's good too.
That's not too bad.
Are they gonna do that very often though?
Probably not.
We're gonna have to see, I guess.
Yeah, well, we might not be doing it, but other people might. We have a Massacre Worm, one of my favorite cards.
Oh yeah. ETBs, all creatures get -2, and then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life.
Love that guy.
This is like the top end of aristocrat decks, right?
That guy's so good.
And
that guy.
I think Witch-King of Angmar could be an aristocrat deck, but I like that we're featuring this one and it is not.
Yeah, I like that we're not doing that.
Because not all mono black decks need to be aristocrat decks.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Haunted One.
Ooh. This is kind of flavorful with our commander. It's a background, right?
Yep.
Commanders you own have, whenever this creature becomes tapped, it and other creatures you control that share a creature type with it get +2/+0 and gain Undying until end of turn.
Yeah, it's flavorful and cool.
Yeah, and we can just discard a card to tap our commander, and Haunted One is going to buff all of our wraiths. Newsflash, there's 20 of them in the deck. And this can act as like a little like overrun effect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty
That's
neat.
a good card in the deck.
And I suppose you could untap him then and tap him again.
How do we untap them?
I don't know, but you could. If you could, it would give them 2 more. Because not as long as it's tapped, it's never becomes tapped.
Yes.
So if you could tap and untap him over and over again, it would just keep making your team bigger.
Ooh, Witch-King of Angmar combo.
That's pretty cool. I like that. All right.
This is how you do it. You play an Unwinding Clock. No, you play Unwinding Clock. Is that the one where you tap 2 artifacts to untap something?
No.
No. You play that one.
I know the one that you mean, though.
Yeah, you tap 2 artifacts to untap target artifact.
Yeah.
And you play a Liquid Metal Torque. And, man, where's Commander Spellbook when you need it?
I know, right?
Anyways.
Next card is Demon of Dark Schemes.
Ooh. Black, 3, 5/5 demon. Flying. Enters the battlefield. All other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever another creature dies, you get energy. Oh. Flavor.
Okay. Okay. Sweet.
Okay. And then you can go black 2, pay 4 energy, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
Sure.
This card's actually good.
It's fine.
It's a 5/5 flyer that pseudo board wipes for 6, which is fine.
That's fine.
But it actually lets you reanimate and gives you lots of energy, more than you think.
Yes.
Like, how many creatures die in a game of Commander usually?
Several.
15?
Well, I mean, if they're going to get to 15, Demon of Dark Schemes is probably one of them. And then you just have all this energy, and you're like, what am I going to do with all this energy?
Reanimate them with Tortured Existence.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure, there you go. Anyways.
Bone Miser.
Oh, the old BM. I love getting a Bone Miser. 4/4 for 5. Zombie Wizard. Whenever we discard. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Whenever we discard a creature, we get a 2/2 black zombie. Whenever we discard a land, we get black. And whenever we discard a non-creature, non-land, draw a card.
So with Witch King, as you indestructible him, you get a benefit. That's cool.
Yes.
I like that.
Do we want... Yeah, we probably want a card draw the most, eh? Or get 2/2 zombie. But the zombies aren't wraiths.
Oh, whatever. They're chump blockers.
Yeah, this one's good.
Right. This is a cool card. It's a neat include. I'll bet you get more value out of that than you expect.
Would you rather see a waste knot? The same card, but in enchantment form? What do you think?
Is waste... Yeah, I guess probably. Actually, yeah, I would. Because it doesn't die as much as Bone Miser does.
Even though we got lots of reanimation, including mass reanimate? I don't know.
I stand by what I said.
Spice to taste.
So do you want to do flavor or talk about the Wraiths first?
Let's do the Wraiths, because a lot of those are straightforward, and then whatever time we have left, so Editor Joe doesn't want to jump through the computer screen and murder us, we'll talk about flavor.
Okay. Let's talk about Witch-King Bringer of Ruin.
Oh, yeah. Who's Ruin?
His own. What up?
Oh. He's a 5/3 flyer as well, for 6 this time.
Yep.
Cool art on this one, hey?
Yeah, right before he dies. God
Well,
damn it.
we don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
That could have just been some random rider or Rohan right there.
It's not, though. We know who it really is.
Yeah, no living man can hinder me. What a bitch.
Right? Like, what a piece of shit. Like, he's got no hometown. He's got no name.
man.
What a jobber. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so he's fly.
Oh, my God.
I just wish they would have depicted him like coming through the gates of Gondor, right? Like when he's at his most badass, when everybody's running away, and it looks like the army from Minas Morgul is gonna win. Like it looks like they're gonna win.
Yeah.
They're killing everybody. They're shooting heads over the wall. The whole city's on fire. Gron busted down the gate, and like in walks the king of the Nazgul.
Yeah.
Show it to me then.
Yeah.
Like, give me that guy.
Instead, he just shows up and gets killed.
Anyways.
He dies, which is something that Wraiths have already done, thus can't do again.
Not these ones.
God.
These ones haven't died. That's the point of them. Whenever Witch-King Bringer of Ruin attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature with the least power among creatures they control. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Because all he has to do is attack, and he's got flying, so you're probably going to get in.
And you're probably going to get like their little value guy that they're always, people always have, like the Bird of Paradise or the Gaia's Cradle guy.
The best is like if you ramp with this guy with like a Dark Ritual and you get him out like on turn 4, right after somebody casts their commander, and that's the only creature they have, and then they get their commander. I like that.
They get 5'd and they have to sack the commander.
Yeah.
Ooh. Street Wraith.
Peep this one.
Street Wraith. We're playing a 99 card deck, baby.
I'm so happy that this card is in here. This is a Wraith, a 3/4 for 5 that has Swamp Walk.
Sure.
The least used ability ever. That's like attacking with a Simian Spirit Guide.
Yep.
It's got cycling, pay 2 life. So you have this in your opener and you just go, pay 2 life. Start the game at 38, draw a card.
That's right.
And then you reanimate him after. Oh, man. So good.
Odilic Wraith is the next one.
Look at this.
What a goofy picture.
This is Ian Miller. This is one of my favorite Magic artists.
It's like a fog bank with little foggy hands, and there's like a little flat frog in the front.
This Wraith has Spectre. Whenever he hits you, discard a card.
Like
and he's
that.
got Swamp Walk.
And is a 2/2 for 4.
Somebody's going to be playing Swamp Walk.
Probably.
Swamps, I mean, right? Okay.
Nazgul.
Oh, we have 9 of these.
Yes.
And these are good.
This is a good card.
This is good. Okay, so peep this. Okay, this is a Wraith Knight. Black 2. And 9 different arts for this, like Brando said. Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, ring tempts you.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. So we've seen some ring tempt us stuff, so that's like important.
Yes, now we will be more tempted.
Yes, because we've got 9 of these.
Yes.
And reanimation, and anyway. Okay.
We'll get to that.
ETB's ring tempt you. Okay. Whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 counter on each Wraith. Each Wraith?
Each Wraith.
It's not each Nazgul?
No, it's each Wraith.
Every Wraith?
That includes the Witch-King and the Street Wraith and the Odilic Wraith and all the other Wraiths.
Oh, man, I thought it was each Nazgul.
Oh, hell no, man. It's good.
That could give us like +20.
Yeah.
Each Wraith we control.
Yeah.
Frick. Okay.
And the deck can have up to 9 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fine.
I got stuck there on each Wraith.
Also notice, of note, when they come into play, the ring tempts you. So they're not actually 1/2s, they're 2/3s. Because they immediately get tempted and then...
Oh, yeah, they're tempted as soon as they hit the ground running.
Yeah, man, and they're running. On horses, on horseback,
Yeah,
they're chasing you.
that's why they're knights.
Right to the...
We could do knight tribal.
What's the bridge? The Brandywine? The Brandybuck Bridge or whatever?
The Brandywine Bridge.
There we go. See,
Yeah.
I know magic things.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings. I know these things. And we're going to talk more about Nazgul in a bit before we get to the flavor section.
Yeah, the flavor section. Yeah.
Grave Shifter.
Grave Shifter?
Grave Shitter. We got there.
He's a changeling, so he's a wraith and anything else. 2/2, enters the battlefield, you get a creature from your graveyard back to your hand. That's a grave digger.
Dirt Water Wraith. That's a toilet reference if I've ever heard one.
Dirt Water Wraith is a swamp walking 1/3 for 4 that's got fire breathing but for black.
Yes.
Black breathing. Kind of looks like the Predator.
Kind of does. Or a little Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah, that would work too. Or the Watcher in the Water. There's a Lord of the Rings. Why isn't this guy in the flavor section?
Because he's a Wraith.
Yeah.
Changeling Outcast.
This is a Wraith, changeling, every creature type, can't block and can't be blocked. 1/1 for 1.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Canoptic Wraith.
This is a Wraith. Can't be blocked. It seems kind of wraithy, hey? They got a whole bunch of abilities that don't let them be blocked.
It's because they're ghosts.
Yeah, some of them fly, some of them swamp walk, some of them just can't be blocked.
Yep.
This one doesn't look like a ghost. Anyways, when it deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 3 and sacrifice it. Sure. If you do, search your library for 2 lands that share a name with the land that you control. Put it onto the battlefield tapped.
So you find some swamps.
Yeah, swamp.
Dub Swamp. Bog Wraith and Bog Tatters are...
Swamp walking wraiths, 3/3 for 4 and 4/2 for 5.
Yep. We have a Buttline Pretender.
Oh, I like this one. Plating crabs.
This is a good one.
Yeah, he kind of looks wraithy too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, this is a 2/2 for 3 changeling. When he enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, and whenever a creature of the chosen type enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on him.
That's an uncommon. That's pretty good.
Whenever you cast a Nazgul, then
Yeah.
he gets +2, or +3, or +4, depending on how many Nazguls you have.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty good.
Adaptive Automation.
Automaton.
I always say that wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I always say it wrong every time.
Automaton. Yeah, no I in there.
Automaton.
Yep. 3/3. Nope. 2/2 for 3. Enters battlefield, choose creature type. You choose Wraith. He is a Wraith, and other Wraiths you control get +1/+1. I play this in my zombie and in my everything tribal and in, I think, my crab tribal.
I think it's a tribal card.
Yeah, that is
Right?
the representation of tribal in card form.
Yep. I could play it in Goblins, but I don't. I could play it, right? Like I just don't think I have any of those. Truth be told, I don't think I own that card.
You know what? Maybe I don't play it in zombies because they're like goblins and got like 17 different lords already.
They don't need the extra help, eh?
Yeah, but it's always good to have.
No, I don't know. And no, I don't need the extra help because Muxo Man doesn't need no help. Check this out.
That's a thing.
Let me hit you with a card, Ron. It's not on the deck, but it could be.
Okay.
So you got your Nazgul.
Yep.
He's chasing Frodo and his buddies.
Yep.
And they're going like onto the little raft.
They're gonna get ganked.
They're gonna escape. He's got his sword. He's waving it around all crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a blade of selves.
Ooh.
Right.
So, because the ETB is extra guys.
Right. So you ETB, you get 2 more Nazguls.
It gives myriad, right?
Yes.
So when you attack, you make another one of the same equipped creature for each other opponent it could also attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you attack with 1 Nazgul, making 2 more Nazgul, which gives you 2 more tempt triggers, which makes all of those Nazgul bigger, more death-touching dudes.
Okay, so how does it work? Whenever ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 counter on each Wraith you control. So if you have a 2/3 with myriad, and you attack, you get another one. So then your first one is going to become a 3/4, and then you get another one. So your first one becomes a 4/5.
And the other 2 come in at the same time, so they see each other. So they'd both be 3/4s.
Whenever the ring tempts you, no, I think he gets even bigger because the ring tempts him when the other ones come into play. So he gets tempted from the other 2, so he becomes a 4/5 by himself.
Yeah.
And then the one that come into play attacking player 2, so he becomes a 5/6, and then the attacking player 3. He comes a 6/7. Is your first one? Is that how big he is?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, all I know is they all have death touch, so nobody's going to want to block these.
They're big and they're death touching and they're getting in there for lots.
Man.
If you've got your commander out, it's going to make them bigger too. If you played your Changeling Outcast on turn 1,
Your Bloodline Pretender.
they're real big now too.
Your Street Wraith.
Right, your Street Wraith is getting in for big damage all of a sudden. It doesn't even make sense. Like it's cool, man. That's a great card in this deck.
You know what? I just put this together. Okay, you got Street Wraith and Bone Miser and Tortured Existence. If you discard a creature, you get a black zombie. I was gonna say if you discard, what do you have to discard to get a? Sorry, I totally derailed. I thought we had an infinite combo.
No,
but we don't.
Don't.
But anyways, yeah, your Street Wraith. If you like discarded it, then reanimated it, you can like get it back, and it gets bigger. Your commander and the other Witch-King you're playing both get bigger. That's really good.
Yeah, it's a great, and it's easy.
Yeah.
To do that, right? And it keeps you from having, like, I noticed with my 7 dwarves, sometimes I only have 1.
Yeah.
And then I've got a 2/2 for 2. And maybe if you only have 1 Nazgul, it's like, well, damn it. But if you have a Blade of Selves, now you never only have 1 Nazgul, and that's pretty dope.
Of note, we did get Morgul Knife as a reskin of Shadow Spear.
Yep.
As a box topper.
Yep.
In my own headcanon, Morgul Knife is also Blade of Selves.
Yes.
Yes.
Could have been either or. I would accept either one. But the Shadow Spear did need the reprint. It's never had one.
Yep.
And it's a pretty expensive card now, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not looking at the price for it because I'm looking at the reskin, but yeah, it was getting there.
You know who bought in heavy on that card? F.U. Smitty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he bought like 7 of those when they first came out.
Oh.
Threw in a whole bunch of decks. It was crazy.
Well, it is good.
Yeah, and it's a good card, and now he's like, I paid like $2 for this. Now it's $20.
Yeah, and you know what? Shadow Spear does gain or give an equipped creature lifelink.
Yeah.
Which is very important in this deck, I've come to find.
Yes, it is.
So, we got one section left.
We do.
Flav Sec.
Flava Flav. Let's do it. We got a Voracious Fell Beast.
This is the beast that the Nazgul ride.
In the picture, it doesn't look like the one from the Witch-King Bringer of Ruin extended art one, and I am not a fan of that because I think the one that the Witch-King is riding looks like a badass, and this one
looks like a dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a fell beast. It looks like a dragon. Like
the fell beast is some thing. We don't actually know what it is, other than it looks like a bird, but huge and hideous and bald.
I actually
has pterodactylic wings.
I really liked the way that they portrayed them in the movie.
Yes,
I thought that was really, really, really great, and it looked kind of like the Two Towers book cover that is in my head, but maybe other people's. I don't know. But I liked that its head was kind of small on that big neck, and it had like the crouch. It was kind of hunchbacked and shit. Like I like that.
Its neck almost looked like a snake, hey, but it had like a monster face.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they look like as long as they don't look like dragons.
Yeah.
Because very specifically, they are a fell beast, and
not
that's
dragons.
just what it is.
And this one is a dragon.
Dragons are very clearly defined as a frickin' dragon. Right?
Yes.
This one looks like a dragon, but what does it do? This is a 4/4 for 6 flyer Drake Beast. Well, what the hell? That's not what it is. I never read that before.
It should just be a beast.
It should just be a beast. Yeah. Anyways, enters the battlefield. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. You create food tokens for each creature sacrificed this way.
So there's some life gain.
There's some life gain and some kill spell. That kills 3 things probably, hey?
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the One Ring, Ryan.
Well, we've got it in the deck, so we should at least read it.
It's here. Let's
do you want to read it?
I'll do it.
Okay, you do it.
The One Ring is a legendary artifact for 4 with indestructible. When it comes into play, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn.
It's pretty good.
Zoinks. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring.
Another life loser.
Jeez.
Frick.
Tap it, put a burden counter on it, then draw a card for each burden counter on it.
That's another one where we want like that. What did I call it? Unwinding clock? That's not it. Tap 2 artifacts, untap target artifact.
Yes,
that
whatever,
card.
Yes, whatever that is, we can use that to untap the One Ring. That would be good. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, the One Ring's pretty good. I think that it's better than people initially kind of thought.
Yes, it gives you indestructibility, and sure, you maybe you bounce it and pay 4 for it every turn. But if you're doing it that way, you still get to draw 2 cards a turn, and then you like don't lose life during your upkeep for its burden counters.
And you're indestructible forever.
If you continue to cast it forever.
Yeah.
Or if you can continuously untap it, you just draw your whole deck.
Yeah. Well, if you can live through that. Well, I guess you don't take damage until your next turn.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, you got to have it for a long time.
Yeah.
You're here for a good time, not a long time.
Buy now, pay later.
Yes.
We already talked about Morgul Knight.
Buy now, pay later. That's the Ring's motto, eh?
Right?
That's how it's gonna get. That's how it's gonna get millennials today, right? Just put it on a credit card. It's fine.
Morgul Knife is a shadow spear. We talked about
Yeah.
that. It's an equipment for 1. It equips for, I think, 2. Gives trample and lifelink. Pay 1. Permanents your opponents control lose. Hexproof and indestructible till end of turn.
Yeah, put that ring on. You're gonna get freaking ganked.
There we go. Shadow of the enemy.
Oh, this is like
This is a cool card.
This is a bad guy. Yeah.
I like this card.
Okay, we'll give it a read.
It is a sorcery for black 3. Exile all creature card from target's exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you can pay mana as if it was just mana of any color.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
So
So, I can just get all your guys, and then I get them all.
Yep.
Or-
Over time or right now, depending on how much mana I have. But yeah, I like that card.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
And only 6. Like, and I know 6 seems like a lot to some people, but
Like, you ever played black?
in casual Commander, like I could cast that and probably a couple creatures from the early game, and then over the next couple turns, if my hand size is dwindling for whatever reason, like maybe I'm discarding to keep Witch-King alive, this just refills my hand with your stuff.
Or our stuff. We could hit ourselves.
Yeah, we could hit ourselves. Yeah.
Sauron the Necromancer.
Oh yeah, okay. For Avatar Horror for black 3 menace. He can only get blocked by 2 or more creatures. And when he attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with also menace. At the beginning of your next end step, exile that creature unless Sauron is your ring bearer.
Yeah.
Which in this deck I think would be pretty easy to have that be just maintained.
We'll just have a Nazgul be the creature you bring back. The
Yes.
ring tempts you, just put the ring on Sauron, and away you go.
I think that is exactly the play pattern that they were envisioning people to do.
Yes.
That's what I would do.
Oh, man.
Which raises the question, okay, like, should Sauron or should the Witch-King be the commander of the deck?
Witch-King. He's the Witch-King.
He is a Witch-King.
He's the Witch-King. He has to win something eventually. Probably just shows up and gets killed.